Okay, so this vlog is about the use of lecture capture, and it's a bit of a call to action really about trying to encourage people to use it. I really feel that we can actually use lecture capture to enhance some of our learning and teaching, the student experience, improve scores on SVS, PTS, NSS surveys, improve attainment and therefore good degrees, and maybe more importantly, save academics time in terms of delivering the day-to-day job. What we've done is we've actually set this up in R207, this lecture capture software or hardware in the Science Centre, and what we really want to do is for people to come and try it out. And by getting more people involved, we'll see what works and what doesn't. Now, it's a dead simple setup. We literally have a camera here that's recording onto a hard drive. We put a USB into the machine. We push record. When we finish, we push stop. It downloads the lecture capture onto the USB. And with that, you can upload it onto Blackboard or share it through another mechanism. A 40-minute lecture takes up about a gig of space, so it's quite big. But even a gig you can upload onto Blackboard and it will compress it down. I guess we're also suggesting to people you might want to do 5 or 10 or 15-minute slots and use those as part of your lecture and break them up with activities. It isn't just recording the PowerPoint that it is here. We're also looking at how we connect this to an iPad and use some of the activities on an iPad. We can also take it to a whole screen so you don't see the PowerPoint at all. And also we can have other inputs, so we can use things like a visualizer. So here you see the visualizer, and if you want to show diagrams or do kind of hands-on stuff, you can use it for that as well. So it's quite flexible. They're simple to use. I guess we want people to try it out. You can even show video.
Would you rather follow the crowd or your curiosity? Have an open mind about your future. Thanks. But live in the here and now. That's where the excitement lies!
So as Amit so beautifully says, do you want people to follow the crowd or follow their curiosity? Live in the here and now. This is where the excitement lies. So why should we use lecture capture? I think there's lots of reasons. If you're using distance learning or doing distance learning already, you're probably using VoiceThread or Collaborate. Hopefully you're not just posting up PowerPoints and doing a discussion thread. Hopefully you're doing something a bit more visual than that. So this could really enhance existing distance learning. But maybe more importantly, I think, is we should use it for our undergraduate provision, because it can change and mix up our lecture delivery. So using this either as standalone lectures or maybe as 5-minute indents or slots pre or post lecture to reflect or to feed forward to the next lecture could be really, really useful. And of course, anything that goes on Blackboard, we can monitor use so we can see how many people are actually using this. I guess it's, I've used it in the past for different things. So for those lectures which are very mechanistic, that students struggle with, I've often done a lecture capture so that students can go away and look at that after the lecture or before the lecture to kind of help support them. I've also used it in terms of enhancing exam attainment. So for those subjects that always come up on exams that are very difficult, they can access the lecture through the lecture capture to aid their revision. We know that other institutions which automatically record their lectures have massive access to have students access these a lot before exams to help exam revision. Another thing I guess is to actually use it to feed forward on assignment. So those students who don't turn up for the session when you're going through the assignment, or those students who have questions about the assignment, can be referred to the lecture capture rather than sending you endless emails or endless questions. You can also use it to feed back on assignments, so that whole thing of doing 10 days after submission, that quick and dirty feedback, so the students are getting feedback, is great for the NSS scores, is a really nice way of doing it as well. And I guess we've used it as well in the past to cover when people are ill. We have a safety lecture that we can always post, so we know that no sessions are ever postponed or cancelled. You can also use it to kind of free up time, I guess, in terms of your own workload when there's pinch points, such as when marking comes in. Next step's really, I guess we want people to come and try this out. So we've set up in R207 in the Science Centre. If you want to give it a try, contact Gary Baker or Alan Lockett. They can go through the whole thing with you or come talk to me. These are my contact details. Really, really keen for people to get involved and try this out. We haven't done this before, I don't believe, as an institution, and getting lots of input from different people will help help us understand what works and try and perfect it. I think we're also trying to look at demonstrating some of this at the Learning and Teaching conference this year. Hopefully you'll get engaged. Thanks.